Dímelo, Bo, Dominican York. What's going on, mi gente? What the is going on? Mira, I got a few, I would say vanilla focused fragrances. Two of them definitely say that. One of them doesn't. Let's start with Vanilla Van. Guys, this is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. Guys, this to me is one of the masterpieces in my collection. If you haven't put your nose on it, this is definitely one to sample, right? It's not inexpensive. It's not the most expensive thing. It's not a $2,000 bottle of a Raja Dove. And you don't have to get the 100 ml. Most people do have the 50 ml. Most people get them on Lucky Scent, but you can go directly to their website. Let's get a spray here. Decent pressurized atomizer, but decent amount of juice, but you really don't want that much going out. Let's spray a little bit on here. Gosh, guys. I get where people kind of get reminded of Tobacco Vanille, but it's really not. It's really not Tobacco Vanille. This has a more chocolatey vibe to it. I am going to spray a little Tobacco Vanille on the other hand. Probably won't do that with the other fragrances. But let's see what I get from... Yeah, Tobacco Vanille is spicier, guys. Vanilla Van is, I dare say, sexier. A little more rounded, not as sharp with the spices. And again, this is Vanilla Van from Les Indomidables. Guys, this is a gorgeous fragrance. It's definitely one to get your nose on. Not going over notes. I'm just sharing what I think are some of the best dark masterpieces in my small collection, right? Because I don't have a collection of everything. I don't have a collection that a lot of the YouTubers you're watching have. Next up is from Parfum de Empire, Madagascar Le Bon Vanille. Wow, guys. This is a stunner. This does bring a lot more booze, a lot more of an alcohol accord. I don't remember what it is exactly. I think it's like, it's not cognac. If it is, I apologize. But I get more of a whiskey vibe. I kind of get more of a whiskey vibe. Let's see. Yep, still not Tobacco Vanille. Hey, and I don't have anything against Tobacco Vanille. It's actually one of my goated fragrances in my collection. It's one that I wanted to get so early in my journey that when I finally got it, I've kind of been very selective with when and where I use it. I shouldn't be. But I've got these other gorgeous vanillas that to me are outstanding masterpieces. And Madagascar Le Bon Vanille is one of those guys. This is something that, again, you don't have to get in the 100 ml. You guys can get a 50 ml, get it at a much better price. This is another one that I went to Lucky Scent to get. I could have probably gone to the manufacturer's website, but I ended up getting it from Lucky Scent. That is Madagascar Le Bon Vanille. And then what really inspired this video today is my first official wearing of Tango. Guys, oh my goodness, I've got this. I just finished coming back from walking the dogs around the house, and man, this stuff is so good, so mature. Let's spray a little bit again on an open spot here. And again, this is one that you don't have to go with the 100 ml. I happen to have the 100 ml. I thought it was worth it. But most people find this in, I think it's like a 35 ml. Mask Milano does a doesn't do a 50 mil and a 100 mil. They do a 100 mil and then like a 35 mil. It's a strange size, but the bottles are perfect. The bottles are much smaller, and you get like a third of what you get here, but that's going to be more than enough. Now, this one is perhaps the most rounded of the three. It's not necessarily vanilla focused, in my opinion, where the other two are. Man. And I think every single one of these can be worn year round, right? You just have to be conscious of your sprays. They are dark fragrances that aren't necessarily the most, to me anyway. I don't feel like. Now, here's the thing. I don't necessarily overspray with any of these three. I do overspray with Tobacco Vanille a little bit, right? And that's not in this masterpiece selection here, because I do believe that each one of these is a masterpiece that you would not regret getting your nose on. Whether you end up actually liking them is a different story. I'm presenting them here today, this morning, briefly, just because I think these are three masterpieces to sample. I would definitely sample Vanille Van from Les Indomidables. Definitely sample Madagascar Le Bon Vanille from Parfum de Empire Paris. And I would definitely sample Tango from Mask Milano. Get your nose on them. If you've already got them, please drop a comment down below and tell me what you think about them, what kind of wearing experiences you are getting from them, whether they're from samples, from decants, or if you've got the actual bottles and are able to spray to your heart's content, which is really why I go with full bottles, right? I do sample. I have tons of samples that I still have to go through. I've got so many samples from Amouage that I have to go through. I've only got 3 Amouages right now, but I definitely would like to add some Amouages to the collection. But that's going to be like a birthday or Christmas thing, I'm sure. And right now, these are some of my favorite vanilla centered, if not, Tango has got vanilla in it, but I don't think it's necessarily vanilla centered. But these two actually say it. They say Vanille Van and Le Bon Vanille. But Tango has that vanilla DNA in it. And this is a Cecile Zarokian. I think this is a Jordi Fernandez, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know who the perfumer for Le Bon Vanille is. I'll look that up and share it another time when I do a dedicated sharing of Madagascar Le Bon Vanille. If I haven't done one already, don't remember, but I will in the future because I like to share what I'm wearing. So today's scent of the morning is Tango, and it's my first official wearing. I've kind of just kept it in the background, and I haven't been touching these as much. I've been going through a lot of other things because I am blessed to have a decent amount of fragrances in the collection that makes the rotation kind of difficult sometimes. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with your Uncle Bo. Que Dios me lo bendiga, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.